Hey guys, welcome to this week's trance, and oh, I'm so excited about this session. I have just recorded it for you, and I'm so excited because I know it is going to push quite a few buttons for many of you. Why do I know that? Because this topic has pushed so many buttons for so many years in my life, and it probably continues to do so, but it's getting better and better and better, and I'm already reaping the results of all this work. In my opinion, there's two big areas that I call the champion leagues of self-development that really help us to grow, that make us grow. And one area is, of course, relationships in our life, especially romantic relationships that trigger our deepest fears and our deepest beliefs. And the other area is, of course, money. And money is what we're working on in this session. Because there's so many held beliefs about money that are holding us back, that are holding us in a space of scarcity, or are blocking other areas of life. Now, I grew up in a family that believed, and this is, I quote my mum, where my mum believed, and she filtered that down to me, that money is for others. If you have too much money, you go crazy. It's good to just have enough. These are actually beliefs that I got my mum to say out loud when I explored my own beliefs around money, and within 2 minutes she just chucked out these things that were for her quite natural. But if you believe that to always just have enough is good, then you will create through your mindset, through your filters, always and repeatedly the same situation, so you just have enough. Now, the good thing is, if you have that belief, you never really drop below that. You will always have enough, but you will never have a feeling of abundance. You will never have that feeling of financial independency or freedom. Now, if you believe money will make you crazy, or money is for others, again, your filters, your paradigms will create situations in your life where the others have the money, and you will feel good about yourself because you don't, because you know that you're not going crazy. You see, these beliefs are so deeply rooted. Now, there is a lot of beliefs that most people have, or a lot of people have, let's put it that way. And so I did a bit of research around money yesterday, and I came across the 10 top negative beliefs or unsupportive beliefs around money, and I just want to explore those with you and walk you through that, because I've taken those and then reframed them into new suggestions and into this new set of beliefs that we're going to use in this session. And that is why you can feel the buzz, you can feel the energy, because I will be using this trance myself for the next months, and at least for the next 28 days. So one of the core beliefs that a lot of people have is money is the root of all evil. Now, this has been ingrained into us by the churches, through generations, that money will make people greedy, it will make friendships fall apart, family to break up, and all these different things. But very often money is actually the root of a lot of good. There's so much good you can do with money. And if you have a core belief that money in its essence is evil, and you are in your essence a good person, you're not going to allow yourself to actually make money. You will always create a state of drama, because it will or a state of scarcity, because your system will therefore believe you're a good person. So not having money equals being a good person. So money is the root of all evil. We reframe that, for instance, into money is neutral and a source or a resource to do good in my life. Now, I know many people who do bad things with money. Not personally, but there's people out in the world, we all know that. But there's equally just as many people who use their money, excuse the light coming through, who use the money to do extremely good things in their lives, building schools, charities, helping people get healthy, helping people build their lives. So money in itself is just a neutral energy, and it reflects your belief system. Another belief is money is not that important, it's only money. Now, if you hold that belief, then, it will only be money. Now, I heard people often say, well, money can't make you happy. And that is true. Happiness is a place that comes from within. Personally, I have been in a place where My beliefs around money have been so bad that I created such a place of scarcity and lack in my life that the negative spiral downwards became quite heavy. And I don't want to go too deeply into this, but I spent a time in my life in a very, very, very dark space because I couldn't see myself get out of the lack of money anymore. Now, money wouldn't make me happy, but the lack of money really made me unhappy. When you start questioning, does money even come in? Will I have to move back to my parents? I can't pay the rent. Maybe I end up on the street. To work against that can be quite tricky. So money won't make you happy, but money does help. And again, it's just a neutral energy that reflects what you are. And it reflects what you believe. And at that time, it reflected all those beliefs that I would rather be a good person than having money. And I would rather possibly live on the street than having money. Now, I was able to catch that. I was able to reframe. I used this work and life is good. So again, money is not the root of happiness, but it can help you to contribute, to have a great social life, to take care of your body. When your cup overflows, you can give and give and give, and that surely will make you happy. Money is here to be spent. Now, that is a good and a bad belief, because I always believed and always said, money's round, like coins are round. Money's round and needs to roll. But so every time money came in, I just spent it straight away. So if that's the belief you want to hold, you probably create a space in your life where you never accumulate money or accumulate a space of wealth. So now the belief before, we reframed that money is not that important, it's only money, we can reframe it, money is one of the priorities in my life. Now if that feels weird for you, that money is one of the priorities in your lives, then you might want to reflect on that and you might want to question that belief. The next one is the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. For me, that's an incredibly powerful belief. Or money is, for me, that reflects in money is for others. And the way we reframe that is my financial reality is entirely up to me. Again, money is in itself neutral and only a reflection of your belief system. Now, it's all made up. This reality is all made up anyway. So putting ourselves into a state of abundance, into a state of flow, into a state of giving, of contribution, that is a reality, a belief, a set of beliefs you can choose. Now, if you believe the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, or money is for others, then that's a belief most likely you haven't chosen. It's a belief you've been trained, conditioned to believe. You inherited that belief, but it is time to make a new choice. I'm just not good with money. Now, I have a suspicion that many people have that. Just when I was taking my shower, I was going through a couple of conversations I will have today, and that sentence popped into the conversation. Well, I'm just not good at money because I'll keep forgetting what I need to put down. And I thought, oh, look at that. That's a belief I still want to reframe in myself. So we reframe that into I learn and use knowledge about money every day. My family has never been rich. I think we covered that before. Money is a limited resource. So, we all have to fight for something. If I have more, you have less. Or if they have money, then I won't be able to have money. Again, that's BS. That's just a belief. Did you know that I think it's 3% of the whole of the population hold 90% of all the money of the population. So there is enough money going around. Just become aware of all that money that's being shifted throughout the world every day. I think there, and don't quote me on this, but I think there's a study on this, that if all the money would be equally contributed amongst all people, everyone would be able to be a millionaire. I'll have to look that up again. But there is a vast amount of money going around, and there is enough for everyone. So let's enter that state of abundance. You have to work hard in order to get healthy. Now, I know people who have worked very hard and they made a very good life. But I also know people who have done what they loved. They had fun. Now, they didn't just sit on their behinds and waited for the gold coins to shower them, but they followed their intuitions, they followed their passions. Abundance is just part of their everyday life. So if you believe money, you have to work hard in order to make money, then you will. So money, I think it is easy for me to accumulate money. It is easy for me to live in a state of flow. It is easy for me to be abundant. It's a much better belief. It's just a belief. Now monitor your feelings. Monitor your triggers that fire off while I'm taking you through these beliefs. Maybe some of them you go, yeah, that sounds good. Well, that's not going to happen for me. Notice that. Write it down and make a conscious choice to let that go. You either have to be rich or happy. You can either be rich or healthy. A huge belief that a lot of people hold. I believe we want to be rich, happy, or abundant, happy, and healthy. Now you see, I'm already filtering and not saying rich because I know rich is going to trigger off so many negative associations. Abundant is a bit easier to feel. Just see what these words do to you. Again, it's just a word. It's just a state of flow that we allow or don't allow. So money is just one of the areas in my life that I handle exceptionally well, is the affirmation I chose for that one, to reframe that one. And I love that one. That is going to be a personal mantra of mine. Money is just one of the areas of my life that I handle exceptionally well. Because it also gives you the space that all the other areas of your life you handle exceptionally well. And therefore money is just a reflection of the value you give to the world. And money is selfish. And it's selfish to want a lot of money. I know that especially in the coaching world, especially in the world where people help people, people are doing this incredible work. They are helping people move forward, expand their lives, enjoy their gifts more, and yet they feel so incredibly guilty for asking for the money. Sorry, the phone is a bit, the camera is a bit shaking when I lean on the desk here. And yet money is just a reflection. It's just showing the value that you create for others. So that is what we put in. The money I earn is showing the value I create for others. So I will ask you to go into this trance with me. I've chosen an induction where I relax the body from the feet outwards. We're not using a lot of imagery. We're really just relaxing the body and falling into a deep, relaxing state. Thank you for better lighting. And then we're going straight in with the new suggestions. The suggestions we are going to use are: money is one of the priorities of my life. My financial reality is entirely up to me. Everything I need to create financial abundance is already inside of me. There is enough for everyone, and money is just one of the areas in my life that I handle exceptionally well. I learn and use knowledge about money every day, and the money I earn is simply reflecting the value I create for others. Money is my friend. It is in itself neutral and a resource to do good in my life. Now, as always, I advise you to use this trance for at least 28 days. Pop into your ears when you fall asleep. If you share a bed with a partner, maybe have it on your computer or your sound system and you can have it run very silently in the background so you can hardly even hear it. That's how I used my trances in my previous relationship. We just had them running in the background. You could hardly understand, but it would put us into a deep, relaxing state. Then later on, I put headphones into my ears while I fell asleep, or I used them during the day. Today, I'm going on a plane. I will use this on the plane, but I make sure that I will use this trance 28 days. Why? Because it takes about 21 to 28 days to reframe, to build new synapses in your brain, unless you have a true inside light bulb moment, almost like a traumatic event on the positive side that shifts your belief system or shifts you out of your belief system. It will take 28 days to constantly think a new thought in order for your body to build a new synapse, a new neurological pathway in your brain. So use this for at least 28 days. If you like to use it longer, use it longer if that really hits home with you. And let me know in the comments box below how you're getting on, how you're liking it, and enjoy this trance. If you're not part, I'm putting this video on YouTube, so if you're not part of the trance group, find it, sign up to it. These trances are incredibly helpful. The feedback has been astounding, from better sleep to more energy to being happier. So send me an email if you have any questions, and I'll make sure I get back to you. So I see you on the other side, meaning in your membership area, and enjoy creating a state of abundance.